No clash, no roar, just silence. In the shadows, battles won. I see through foggy veils, no swords to raise, no cries to wail. Victory's touching ghostly hue. Darkness glows a pale blue. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to cease. Creeping through the twisted wood, echo shards where warriors stood. Just a breath, just a wish. No more war, no final fist. Wisdom whispers in the night. Strength and peace, no need to fight. Witness walk in soft embrace. No battle scars, no deadly taste. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to cease. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to cease. In the still night whispers float. In the quiet heartbeat slow. No clash, no roar, just silence. In the shadows, battles won. I see through foggy veils. No swords to raise, no cries to wail. Victory's touching ghostly hue. Darkness glows a pale blue. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to cease. Creeping through the twisted wood, echo shards where warriors stood. Just a breath, just a wish. No more war, no final fist. Wisdom whispers in the night. Strength and peace, no need to fight. Witness walk in soft embrace. No battle scars, no deadly taste.
Switching. Alright, good morning everybody. This is Alan from Mr. Bitey's Games and Hobbies, and today we are doing our second character interview with the always awesome Justin from Super Destructo. Justin, how you doing today, my man?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
Oh, you know me, I'm here and awake. We'll call that good enough. So, for everybody in streaming, let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can hear Justin okay. Otherwise, we are going to get started. Just like with last time, first couple minutes we're going to be talking about Justin and his upcoming projects and what he's been doing. And then we're going to get on to the Shattered World. So, Justin, I know what you do. I've been watching you on Super Destructo since, damn near since you started. Why don't you fill in our audience? What do you do?
Well, I mostly play Valheim for a small group of degenerates. And I'm doing a bunch of different community projects right now.
Nice.
We're building a zoo with Grimm's Antics. We're doing a No Pants, No Portals run with Seffi Kitty. And then I have a community server that I play on every Saturday with some Don't Starve Together on the in-between days.
Very nice. Alright, so, as before, we will have links to Super's... Actually, I think I can do that right now, because you are in chat.
I appreciate the shout-out.
Absolutely. It's exclamation point shout out, right?
Forward slash. If you
Forward
want to do
slash.
the system one, if you don't have a bot set up for the other one, then it's yeah.
There we go. Again, if
Thank
you
you.
have absolutely, if you have not had a chance to follow Super Destructo, I highly recommend it. They are amazing. So let's go ahead and get started. I am pulling up the document you sent me now with your backstory, the stuff that we worked on. Should have had that pulled up originally. You know me, professional as always.
If this is as bad as it gets, bud.
Right. All right, you ready?
Whenever you are.
All right, so we're gonna start right at the beginning. Tell me a little bit about it's Imor, right? Imur?
My name's Emir.
Emir.
Emir dead now.
So tell me a bit about yourself.
I'm a father, husband, accountant. I wake up and do my 9 to 5. I go home, smoke a brisket on the smoker for the kids and the wife, and have a beer and go to bed.
I love
Same
brisket.
thing every day.
Hey, there are worse lives to have. So, what do you look like? We're doing audio right now, obviously, but describe yourself.
I'm about 5'10", dark hair. I keep it about ear length.
All right.
I have a close shaved beard, dark skin because my dad was from somewhere in the Middle East. I don't remember exactly where.
All right. So, one of the things about the enhanced is a lot of them are very focused on the future because until recently they didn't think they had one. What does your ideal future look like?
I'm living it, bud. My ideal future has always been, like, ever since I was a kid, I just wanted to be a good dad. Because my dad was such a good dad. I wanted to be a good dad for my kids. So I did my best with Chat and Katie, and I think they're coming up to be fine young people.
Awesome. Good to hear. So, what's one of your biggest weaknesses?
Ooh, well, there's the nightmares. They make
Not
me pretty tired. But
nightmares.
Starlight Network, they have these great, like, I know I work for them and stuff, but they have these great, like, this great product. It's like a pill that wakes you up and stuff. They're pretty good. They help out a lot.
I've heard of those, the SFPs.
Yeah, SFPs. That's what they're called. I don't know. Just a yellow box.
So why do you have nightmares? If you don't mind me asking.
My nightmares. My kids are. I don't really like talking about it. It makes me feel sad. But my kids are being. I don't know. It's like in the old movies. You see where there's an angry mob with pitchforks and torches, except these guys all had mag lights and guns. And they do awful things to my kids in front of me while I watch, and they're terrible nightmares.
I'm sorry to hear that. So let's move on.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've already talked about your role in society, and I think that's solid. How would others describe your personality?
I would hope they'd say I'm a great dad. I like to, I mean, my kid Chat has this friend who comes over and he calls me dad. Uh, and my wife's coworker calls me dad. Um, Everybody just calls me dad because I like being a dad.
There you go. Hey, it's always good to know who and what you are, you know?
For sure.
So, this job and this lifestyle that the Enhanced have, it's very high pressure, high stress at times. How do you react to just imminent situations?
Well, like I always tell chat, the easiest way to um, make sure that you get to where you want to go is to just relax and stay calm, and watch the pennies and the dollars will take care of themselves. Take care of the small things before you take care of the big things, because the big things will just fall into place once you take care of the little things.
There you
So,
go.
little things like making your bed and washing the dishes and taking out the trash, mowing the lawn, those little things. You just watch those little things, and the big things will come together eventually.
There you go. It's a healthy mindset. I like it. What's
That's
your...
a great kid. He mows the lawn for me every weekend, weeds the garden. Great kid.
Hey. So, what is your biggest fear?
Oh, my biggest fear is losing my kids and my family.
Fair enough. What's your greatest source of pride or sense of accomplishment? I bet I can guess, but I'd like to hear your words.
Well, I mean, yeah, my biggest. Well, I make a mean brisket. I'm telling you.
Hey,
Beyond the brisket, my kids, my family, they're my biggest sense of pride. I get up every day, and the first thought is of them. I go to bed every evening, and my last thought is of them. I go to work so I can support them. Otherwise, none of it matters.
Yeah. So,
You remind me of Chat a little bit, actually.
I do?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
This is the way you kind of smirk when you talk.
That's fair. We're going to skip ahead a couple questions. You've already answered some of these. What are your short and long-term goals? Give me one of each.
Oh, my short-term goal is today, right now, this moment, I just want to get home to my kids. After all the work stuff is done, I don't even really know why I'm being interviewed here. I'm a little confused, but my manager said that I had to come here and do this interview thing. He didn't really tell me what it was about. What am I doing here? What's going on right now?
Well, it's come to the company's attention that you recently had a little incident. Not your fault. We are not blaming you.
Oh.
But it's come to our attention that you are now one of the enhanced.
Oh, yeah, they sent me through that training a little bit ago. The
Yes.
Starlight Network training for... but they told me I could keep my job.
Yes, and you are absolutely keeping your job. We are not here to get rid of you. This is nothing like that.
Okay, good. I didn't sign up for field work and stuff. I'm okay with if I have to, but I'm just a desk jockey.
Well,
I don't even know how to.
You are
only because they taught me in the Starlight Networks, but.
So don't worry. As I'm sure you're aware, in your job description, it does state that you may have to take additional duties on board as needed. You are one of our accountants. You are one of our better accountants. And we
thank you.
Of course, we absolutely have no desire to push you out of that role. This is your job. You just may have to take additional job duties on occasionally when no one else is available. Right now, you will have one, potentially two individuals, other enhanced under you.
Oh, good.
They will be doing the field work. If
Okay,
one
good.
of them is
Good.
not available, things happen. But they are going to be the field work people.
Okay, I've had direct reports before, so this should be easy.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
what the handbook says.
Yes. Follow the handbook. Follow what the company says. You won't do any wrong. So,
Perfect.
in order to get to know you just a little bit more, I feel like I already know a lot about you, but there's always more to learn. What personal habits or quirks do you have?
Oh, um, well, I've been trying to stop, but I can't stop buying those. What did you call them? The SFN pills? Uh,
SFP, Starlight Focus
SFPs.
Pills.
Yeah, I mean those things are great. Like they're a great product. I can't stop buying them.
That's fine. There
And the
are no
nightmares are rough, but you know, everybody's my kid. Like like I said, you remind me of Chet. So like, you can call me Dad if you want to. You don't have to call me Amir. I know it's tough to pronounce.
I'll keep that in mind. So, one of the questions we have to ask, and keep in mind there is no right or wrong answer to this question, this is just one of those things the handbook has us ask. In order to achieve your goals or the company's goals, what would you be willing to sacrifice?
Oh, I'd take a bullet for any one of my kids, even the ones that I didn't do the work for.
All right. So, as you know, here at Starlight Networks, we are all about work-life balance. So, let's talk about your family life a little bit. Now, as with any interview, if anything I ask you don't feel like answering, please just tell me so and I'll make a note of it.
I'm an open book.
Awesome, let's get to reading. So, what is your relationship with your parents or guardians?
My parents passed maybe 5 or 10 years before the Helmire incident and the tears started opening.
I'm sorry to hear
Um,
that.
I mean, we knew it was coming for a while. Um, they were, I don't know. It was like mom died and then dad died of a broken heart. Uh, I have a brother named James, but we just haven't like we were never close as kids, and we just we don't have much in common, so we just don't really talk much anymore. I don't even know if I could find a way to get a hold of him.
All right.
I haven't seen him since mom and dad's funeral.
All right. So, what family traditions or values did you grow up with?
Mm. Um, always, always take care of the work before the games. But there's nothing wrong with having a little fun while you're doing the work. Um,
Absolutely.
be responsible for yourself and for people who, can't be responsible for themselves. Um, uh, uh, a dad joke isn't mature until it's fully grown.
All right. So, how do you feel about your family's place in society? Are you happy where you're at?
I'm proud of being a dad. I like being a dad. I like having a family. Uh, my dad was proud of being a dad. He liked having a family.
All
Um,
right.
I hope that when Chet grows up and becomes an adult and has a family of his own, he'll also be proud of being a dad. I don't know what went wrong with James. He just never saw family as that important, and I'm not sure why. I don't know what went wrong.
Well, every family has their black sheep, but it sounds like you have your ambitions right where they need to be. It's good to hear. We like hearing that. Um, What member of your family had the most significant influence on your life path?
Oh, my dad. My dad.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a good dad because my dad was a good dad to me.
Okay.
So he instilled that in me, that being a good dad was like the end all be all of happiness. And I'm happy. I
All
love my
right.
kids. I love my wife. I love my family.
Okay. We'll come back to that one. So I did some research because that's one of the things we have to do before these interviews.
Mm.
I just wanted your word on it. Are you a member of any one of the major families? Any prestigious awards of note in your bloodline? Anything like that?
I, I think that my third cousin could have traced his lineage back to uh, some of the food magic people. My wife my wife is not was my wife is like a third or fourth cousin removed from the I can't remember what their real names are. The
The
people who make the food, they do the food. The family that the chefs, they do the food stuff.
the Kanaic family.
That's the one, Kanaic. Yeah, she taught me a few things on the
Nice.
grill. Um,
Okay, I will make a note of that. You said wife and then possibly a third cousin?
yeah, I don't know. I don't know how like I don't know how accurate it is. I've never done like a. I mean, I know that like a lot of people think about their genealogy and they want to get close to the families, but that's just never been a real ambition of mine. Um,
All
I don't.
right.
I don't. I'm just happy to wake up and go to work and do my job.
All right. So, Mr. Deadnot, or got out of character. Sorry, can't pronounce words. All right, I've got my answer. Thank you for being honest with me. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's go ahead and skip this question for now. I'd like to move on to the next one. A lot of people don't handle becoming an enhanced well. We all remember the nights previously, and I'm not going to bring them up right now. I know that was hard for a lot of people. How does your family and yourself view you being an enhanced?
Um. Well, my wife and kids are proud of me, or at least I think they are. Um. I mean, they've always been proud of me for just getting up and going to work and taking care of them and doing the dad thing. But um, mm, my mom and dad, I'd like to think they'd be proud of me no matter what.
I'm sure they are. Everything I've seen in your records indicates you are someone to be proud of. So,
Oh, thank you.
absolutely. So, we've already talked a bit about your family. What is the biggest personal challenge you're currently dealing with?
With those nightmares.
You keep mentioning those nightmares. I want to clarify something. So, as part of the interview process, we go through your records, as you can imagine, and I did find a couple things I wanted to ask about. You keep mentioning your family, your kids,
Chat and Katie,
Chet and Katie, and your wife,
Maria.
Maria. You keep using the present tense for them. Our records indicate they deceased a couple years ago during the Night of Screams.
Yeah. Uh,
Take
Um,
take your time. Again, you're not here being grilled, you're not here being challenged.
Sometimes I forget,
Okay.
um, but I dream about it every night, so it's hard to forget.
That is understandable.
But sometimes I just I just want him to be here again.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. They do say these tears can lead to all sorts of miracles.
Yeah, maybe we'll find a way to. Uh, yeah,
Yeah. Let's move on. Thank you for clarifying that for me. I understand this is difficult for you.
sometimes it just helps to, you know, act like they're still here.
That's
Helps me get through the day,
understandable.
you know, helps me focus on the crunching the numbers and the pushing the papers and stuff.
Have you found any other serious friends to help ground you?
No, um, not particularly. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I can't think of anybody, but I'm like, I don't know. It seems like I see my kids everywhere.
All
So,
right.
like, you remind me a lot of Chat, and your partner at the door, or your secretary, maybe, I'm guessing, I don't know. She reminded me of Katie. So, sometimes it's hard for me to see the difference. So everybody just becomes Katie and Chet in my mind. That kind of grounds me a little bit, brings me to reality, even if they're not real.
Okay. Well, here at Starlight Networks, we will absolutely help you deal with all of this. You are part of our family now, and we take care of our own. We've got you.
Oh yeah, the grief counseling's been great.
Sounds like it's been doing its job.
They try. As long as they get me through the day, that's what they keep telling me.
So, I am going to go ahead and skip this next section. I think we've adequately approached that. When did you first encounter the tear that made you enhanced? What was your
I didn't even know there
reaction
was
to
a
it?
tear.
No?
I didn't even know I was enhanced. Starlight Networks does their annual tests. Um, and the last one I did came back that I was enhanced. Um, but I have no idea. I wish I could answer that question for you.
Okay.
We've been trying to figure it out for a while.
That's fine.
If there was a tear, it was there and gone, and we have no idea when. Um, Likely within the last year, as long as Starlight Networks testing is accurate.
Well, our testing is the best in the world.
That's what they say.
So, what gifts have you discovered that you've had? Tell me a little bit about what you bring to the table as an enhanced.
I guess like my power just kind of makes me a better dad. That's what that's what they tell me. I guess people. If I say I'm disappointed, people tend to feel it. Uh, you know,
Interesting.
like Chad, I'm not mad at you. I'm just really disappointed.
Huh. I see what they mean.
Right? I don't know where it comes from, but or how it works or anything like that. But when I say stuff like that, the people it's directed at tend to capitulate and feel bad about it. I don't know.
All right. So,
Uh,
at,
or 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 like, chat, you can do this. You got this, champ.
I like that. I like hearing that.
Right? People feel better. I don't know. I guess it's something to do with that.
All right. So, since the tears have begun opening, there have been, as you know, an influx of the supernatural back into our world. How often have you dealt with non-humanoid entities?
I'm a desk jockey. I don't. I don't do field work. So, um, if there have been supernatural entities, I haven't seen a single one
All right.
um,
Not even in your personal
that
life?
I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of.
All right. So would you say that you actively look for them? Do you try to avoid them, or is it just kind of irrelevant?
I'm sure they exist. Like the Starlight Network reports come in all the time, and I do follow the event feeds and the tickers. Um, there are photos. There's research proving that they exist, but I just never really noticed. I guess.
All right. So last question. Officially, professionally, I see you have not been through a tear yet. Again, you don't do field work.
Correct.
Have you
Yeah.
gone through one in your off time?
No. No.
No.
No. No. No.
Okay.
No. Is there? If there's no grill or brisket through the tear, I have no business being there.
Oh, if only more people had that attitude.
Hmm. I mean, annually the tears bring in, a huge portion of Starlight Network's revenue. So, um, uh, I'm sure you guys are doing good work over there. All I do is crunch the numbers, though.
That's still an important job, and we're glad to have you doing that job. So, again, as I said at the beginning, your job was never in question. This is just one of those routine things that the manual makes us do, and we always trust the manual, right? It's why it was written.
Always trust the manual. That's what I keep telling the direct report or my direct reports and stuff. Is just trust the manual.
That's a good attitude. You keep that up, and maybe in the future we'll be able to get you bumped up to a more training position. I think you would fit right in there.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, at this point, I think I've heard and learned everything I need to learn. Did you have any questions for me? Anything about Starlight Networks? Anything about what you can expect?
Um, well, this didn't really seem like an HR paycheck kind of interview, so you probably won't know the answer to that question. Do you have any idea who my direct reports are going to be?
You will have that information within the next 24 hours. We're still settling down on everything.
Ooh, cool, cool. Yeah, no, you did a great job with the interview, champ. And hope to see you around the office.
Awesome. You were a delight to interview. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. So, Justin, again, thank you. That was awesome. I really like him.
Yeah, I think Emir's going to be a fun character to play.
Oh, yeah.
It's just gonna be dad jokes all day long, and staying cool in the face of danger, and hold this flashlight, please.
Yes. All about the flashlight. Try not to teach the kids any new words. I've already seen the other characters being designed. You are going to have your hands full being the dad of this little group of misfits, but I think you can handle it.
I think Emir's got a good chance.
Oh, yeah. So, everybody, thank you for attending the second character interview featuring Emir Deadnow. Deadnow? God, one day I will pronounce that name right. It's an awesome name. I just suck. But, featuring or being played by, again, Justin from Super Destructo 2, Super Destructo Gaming. Next week, we will be doing more character interviews, and those will be posted on our Facebook and website. And yeah, everybody, y'all take care. Be safe.
Much love, bud.